I'm your morning witch, and today is Tuesday, January 21st. And I hope your day is starting off well. Well, I gotta say, everything that has been going on, it makes me think about the ties that bind. And on here, I talk about community all the time. And online, in lots of spaces, picking up what I'm putting down, we have built lots of community you know in our pagan world, right? And yes, that can be in jeopardy sometimes, right? Because the powers that be, they get to decide. Like a long time ago when paganism was on the outs, you know pagans had to live underground, quite literally. And it's really got me thinking, like, no, I'm not saying everybody should have pen pals, but at the same time, like, that community that we can't lose just because. And you know what? You can have a pen pal through email. It doesn't have to be your home address, but we should have ways of getting together with our community without it being through just one specific avenue. And the more that we can have community in person, the more we have that, not just safety and numbers thing, but that access to each other. Daughter, she sent me a terrifying TikTok, because I was going through my messages over the weekend, trying to make sure that I could see all the videos that other people had sent me, because I'm really terrible. Like, when I'm busy or when my mental health is messages are where I absolutely draw the line. If it is not absolutely necessary, and it's not my Facebook Messenger, because that pops right up on my phone and it's very easy to access and get back to somebody and have a conversation that way. Like, outside of my Facebook Messenger and like reaching out to me via text or phone, like if people are messaging me on my socials, I don't necessarily get back to it. Like when I'm having any kind of, that's like my first draw the line in the sand of, I don't deal with this right now. So anyway, I've been trying to catch up, and she sent me this video like terrible about like all things I already knew. Well, I knew, like, didn't necessarily have proof for, but like these are the things that I believe to be true. And then there was like, anyway, it was just like really upsetting. And I was like, this is why one of my best friends and I, Mariah and I, were like, we need to collectively learn as much as humanly possible, like all of us and our friends, so that like when shit hits the fan, we can help each other to survive. You know what I mean? And that's what I mean by, like, it's real important to have people in, like, real life that we know. And that's where I mean it. And I don't mean to be a fearmongerer at all. I really hate to be a fearmongerer, even if I have always held a belief since I was, like, 10 that everything, like, including how you're watching this video, like, it's all going to go away during my own personal lifetime. And, yeah, people need to be prepared for that if people are going to keep peopling. Maybe not keep peopling, actually. I hope we don't keep peopling the way that we people, but human race continue to exist along with all the others, creatures on this planet. So anyway, the ties that bind. Let's make sure the ties that are binding us are ties we're choosing, ties we're tying, ties we want that will benefit ourselves in the society in the future. You know what I mean? Like, we got to know each other in person, because, like, let's say that the powers that be want to take everything else away, right? Like, phones just go back to being regular phones. Like, the internet goes back to being what it was in the 90s. Like, we still got to be able to have community and get a hold of each other and learn from each other and teach each other. And that's what's on my mind, and that's all that the universe will let me think about right now. And it's not from a place of fear, and it's not because of that TikTok. I'm just explaining where that came from. But universe is like, talk about the ties that bind, because this is like a really good time to talk about that, right? And people might pay attention.